What's up, kids? I'm back. And while you watch that little fancy intro, Duke already dipped into the goodies. The Stella Artois is like halfway gone. I ate 3 out of my 4 Mickey D nuggets with the honey mustard and the barbecue sauce, but I saved some just for show. All right, it's Duke's Picks. It's week 3. We're recapping 22-10. That's a good record for week 2, up to week 2. So I'm not trying to be braggadocious. I'm not trying to brag, not trying to boast. I like the smooth jelly on my breakfast toast. I think that if I can stay at this range, we'll be good. Because what I want to give to you, and thank you for tuning in, I appreciate you, is a 2-to-1 win-loss ratio. And at 22-10, we're there in week 2, slightly above it. So this is a moneymaker. So I'm shaking those moneymakers. Greg, not so lucky, came in at 19-3. He did take a game back. So just to recap, I took 4 games off from week 1, and in week 2 he took 1 back. Okay, and we differed on 4 games, I think, last week. Something like that. So it was back and forth. It's a little bit of a grinder. But, he's my favorite. He's the best. I'm trying to be the best. I'm in there. I'm competing. First, what did Belichick used to say, or Parcells said it? First, you learn how to compete. These are the 3 stages of championship. First, you learn how to compete. Then, you learn how to close. And then, you learn how to close consistently. And that's how you become a champion. All right, kids. Words from the wise old Duke. All right, let's get into it. Week 3 picks. I'm already burning through my time code. I'm going to swig. Stella Artois is the bomb, baby. That's what the Duke drinks all night, all day. Don't want to do this. That's how you fry your flesh. See, again, I got the heavy artillery lighter because we're busting out the heavy artillery. Week 3 is interesting. Let's get to it. I want to know to start week 3. Here's my picks, just the usual sheet. And I took the Buffalo Bills. I thought the game would be a little scary, a little sketchy, possibly even some sort of upset. It was a little tighter than most people thought. I did inevitably pick the Buffalo Bills, and they did inevitably win, but the game was got a little edgy there. So anyway, upsets are coming, and that's when you're really going to need the Duke. Okay, let's get into Sunday's games. Got the Atlanta Falcons going to the Carolina Kakalaka Cardiac Heart Attack Panthers with Bryce Young. I got the Falcons. I like what I'm seeing from them. They're playing real good with Michael Penix. Things are clicking. I like them on the road. They're a heavy favorite, given 5.5, and there's not much else I got to say except Falcons, baby. I got them dirty fucking birds. Moving on, I got the Green Bay Packers going to the Cleveland Browns. Joey Colcuts. You'll be pleased to know that the Duke is finally picking your Cleveland Packers. He's going to have a heart attack when he sees that. Finally picking your Green Bay Packers. Yes, I like what I see. You got 2 weeks in a row. They're starting to show me there's something rocking. You feel it? I'm starting to feel it. It's like a shiny Bitcoin. Maybe it is for real. Like fucking social media, baby. The Matrix is for real, baby. We're vibrating. So they're going to Cleveland. They're an 8.5-point favorite. And, I think Packers, they're looking solid, and I think they will handle this solidly. Like maybe even a pounding. What's odd, you saw the Cleveland Browns against the Baltimore Ravens last week. Tight for a lot of the game. Yes, Baltimore pulled through. What I'm saying is I'll chalk that one up to division rivalry, which always is a different factor. This is not. This is AFC, NFC, so I think they're going to come in and smash the Browns with Joe Flacco, Joe Skinny. Might just get just a little bit skinnier. Moving on, we've got, watch this, see? I'm learning. I almost did it, the flush burner. Did that in Vegas. I had to go to the emergency room. Know your weapons, kids. Know your weapons. Houston Texans at the Jacksonville Jaguars. Okay, Houston, I went against them last week. I liked them from last year. I thought they were building on something. They look a little slow to start, but I got confidence on a bounce-back game on the road against a division rival. Should be a heated match against the Jaguars, and I was really on the fence about this one. Inevitably, I believe that's the correct word in that sentence. Inevitably, I ended up choosing the Houston Texans on the road, but it's going to be tight. Tight. So you take what you want. I'm not super confident on this one, but if I got to make a pick, I'm taking Houston. And you know what? The spread is actually concurs with what I say because they're on the road, so they should be getting 2.5, and they're actually getting 1.5. Meaning they're like a 1-point edge favorite over the Jaguars. Just a little bit. That little bit, maybe Nico Collins. Moving on, we got the Cincinnati Bengals with no Joe Burrow. We've got, what's his name, Browning, and they're on the road to Minnesota Vikings with no J.J. McCarthy. Also no Aaron Jones running back. Okay, who's coming in? What's his face? Carson Wentz, right? Experienced, and more experienced than Browning. That is his name, right? I think his name is Browning. Let's get a check on that. On the backup quarterback of the Cincinnati Bengals, who I've been following since the day he was born. Yeah, I believe it's Browning, right? What's his first name?
Jake.
Jake Browning, yes. Yeah. All right, my brain is, what do you want? I was up all fucking night till 7:30 in the morning, hooting and hollering, right? I'm giving you the good stuff. Just bear with me. All right, so Jake Browning against Carson Wentz, who's got the experience. I like the system set up there. Did I say that there's no Aaron Jones going on in Minnesota? I did. That could be a factor, but I'm taking Minnesota. Okay, the spread is 3, which is right on the nose, meaning it's like tight. It's there. It's just either one. 3 points for being the home team, given Minnesota. So, yeah, stay tuned, and I'm picking the Vikings. All right, moving on. And so far, on all of these picks, Greg has picked the same thing. Okay, Stella Artois, baby. You, too, could be a sponsor on Duke's Picks. We got all sorts of places to put your ads. Right here. Right? Bonnie's Bordello. Right here on the fridge, baby. Give you a special deal. All right, maybe nobody thought that was funny. I thought it was funny. All in red. Everything's red velour. Okay, old school, baby. Pittsburgh going to New England. It's the Patriots at home. I like what I'm seeing with the Mike Vrabel crew. Pittsburgh, I took them last week against Seattle, and they blew it. And they're on the road, and I think they got some issues down there. Defense is banged up. And I don't know if Aaron Rodgers looks that comfortable. Week 1 against the Jets, these are fluke games. This is him going against his old team. By the way, I still love you, Aaron Rodgers. You're still my guy. And I want you to have success. I'm always rooting for you. Maybe one day we can golf. But and I even liked what you said. I enjoyed beating everybody on the Jets and everybody who's associated with the Jets. I get it. You have your moment. They did you wrong. I agree. I wanted you to stay. You wanted to stay. Sometimes upper management, they make bad calls. What can I say? My light went out. A light went out maybe upstairs at the Jets' offices. So what are we at today? We got Pittsburgh going into New England. They're looking a little better. They're getting scrappy in New England. The Mike Vrabel effect is having an effect, and I like what I'm seeing, and I'm taking them home with the energy, with the whole thing. I'm on them. New England Patriots. It's Pittsburgh given 1.5. They're favored by like a 4-point swing, right? 1.5 plus 2.5 is 4. I don't believe it. I think that's a hype. Okay? So you pick them like you want. I pick them like I want. I'm taking New England Patriots at home. And believe me, as a Jets fan, that doesn't come easy to say. All right, next game is a great game. Great game. LA Rams at the Philadelphia Eagles. I'm on the fence a little bit with this. I started off early in the week thinking I was going to go with the Rams. But I've changed my mind, and I feel like just with the home field advantage, if this game was in Los Angeles, I would take the Rams. I think I would take the Rams. This game is in Philly, and me and Greg are differing on this one. He is picking the Rams. His comrade, Patrick Clybourne, is also picking the Rams. And out of their 3-person squad, Cynthia, who's the reigning champ, is picking the Eagles. And I'm also thinking the Eagles. It's just, they're a lot to handle. They're a lot to handle. I think they're coming off some big games where maybe they should have played even a little better than they did, considering that they're the Super Bowl champions. But they got the win, so that's important. But I think they almost energy simmers a little bit. I don't think it's ramped up. Whereas the Rams, I don't think they're juiced up. I think they're even kiltered. But I think they just got a nice little thing going there on offense, especially. So anyway, long story short, it's a tight game. It's a great game, and I'm taking the Eagles at home. Okay, and me and Greg, that's one of the games that we're the other way with. New York Jets at Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Okay, I had my pick in. I marked it on the board. It says Tampa Bay. I've decided to change it. I'm going with the New York Jets. Here's the dealio, baby. You got no Justin Fields. He's out on concussion protocol. Tyrod Taylor, they're on the road. The Jets play better on the road than at home. You've got the Tampa Bay Bucks coming off 2 very, very high energy wins. They're home. They're maybe overlooking the Jets a little bit. They're a little banged up. They're missing a lot of guys on offense too. And the Jets defense got a scolding. And I think they might step up this week. And this could be what they call a trap game. The spread is 7. Jets getting 7. So it's 3 for being away and then another 4. So not a heavy favorite for Tampa Bay, but single digits. But yeah, I'm switching. The more I think about this, the more I visualize seeing the Jets just running the ball a lot and chewing up the clock and maybe putting a little hurting on that Baker Mayfield with a banged up offensive line and maybe a turnover or 2. I don't know. Something's weird. You know what? I'm going to be fucking honest, okay? I was on the road with this, on the fence with this, and I got influenced by Greg. He talked me into it. I saw his pick, and I said, you know what? I'm kind of agreeing with it. And normally I wouldn't do it, but it is my team, so I'm going to do it. So I'm going with the New York Jets on the road in an upset, and I am no longer differing from Greg. Although last week it worked out in my advantage. I took the Bills, he took the Jets. This week I'm going with Greg. That's how it is. The NFL is a week-to-week soap opera. You have to watch all the games, know all the storylines, all that stuff to form an opinion of all these facts, statistical matchups, who's sick, who's hurt, depth chart, who just got a DWI, who just got incriminated. Did something good happen? Did something bad happen? Did somebody go sign some kid's thing while he was in the hospital dying of cancer and there's a beautiful angel up in the corners that are going to catch balls like they did for Brett Favre and drop him into his receiver's arms? You don't know what's going to happen. It's a soap opera. That's why you got to stay tuned. That's why you got to watch me. All right, long story short, there's a lot of factors going on. All right, so there it is, New York Jets. It's official. Here's my last McNugget. I did gobble at him, right? 4-piece. Used to be $1.99. All of a sudden, it was $3.99. What's going on there, Mickey D's? Trying to pull a fast one on Duketown? I was going to put you up on the fucking board. Now, I don't know. Just give me the barbecue sauce and the sweet and sour next time. All right, I'm going to double dip on this guy. It's a little honey mustard and barbecue. Oh. Okay, let's go on with it. We're running out of time. There's no more timer. Duke's unleashed. It's pandemonium here in the kitchen as he cooks. Las Vegas Raiders at the Washington Commanders. Las Vegas Raiders had a big win against New England in week 1. And week 2, I bet against them. And the Los Angeles Chargers gave them a whooping, which is a team that I've had my eye on, the Chargers, since preseason are sticking out in my mind. I think the next AFC West champions, maybe a Super Bowl contender. So yes, I saw the Vegas Raiders look sensational in week 1, and I saw them get humbled in week 2. I think they bounced back to an intermediate feel. They're on the road, and they're going to the Commanders. And if normally I would have taken the Commanders at home, but there's no Jaden Daniels. In comes Marcus Mariota. First game, I'm taking Geno Smith. I'm taking Pete Carroll. I'm taking the Vegas Raiders on the road. And they are underdogs, 3.5. So there's an upset for you. Duke's picking it. Greg, he's gone the other way. He's picking the Commandos. All right. Last bite of the Nuggets. Denver Broncos at the LA Chargers. Okay. Broncos are up and coming. No doubt about it. They're playing good. But not that good. Chargers look awesome. They look like they are in mid-season form. They're closing. Okay. And you know what? I don't know if I said this before. I think it was Belichick said it, and I think he got it from Bill Parcells. In 3 stages of a champion, the 3 steps of a champion. Number 1, you learn how to compete. I think almost every team competes. Sometimes they quit after, you get week to week. Everything's a soap opera. But number 1, step 1, you compete. Step 2 to becoming a champion, you learn how to close. Okay? That takes a lot. Okay? The Chargers are closers. Okay? I saw them close. Denver is not a closer at this point. And then step 3. And I wonder if this came from the top of the Bill tree, which went Belichick, Parcells, Walsh, all the Bills. Probably did. But my favorite is Parcells. Look, I love that guy. You want me to cook dinner? I'm picking out the groceries, baby. Okay, so anyway, long story short. Oh, yes, step 3. Okay, so let's review. Step 1, learn how to compete. Step 2, you learn how to close. And step 3, you learn how to close consistently. That is what champions do. And I see that in the future of the Los Angeles Chargers. So long story short, I'm taking them at home with the high energy against the Denver Broncos, an up-and-coming team. But I see the AFC West champions becoming the Los Angeles Chargers over the Kansas City Chiefs, who will be competitive as well. And the Raiders won't be bad either. I'm getting better. So anyway, there it is. All right, Chargers at home. Next game, I don't really even want to see this game. Does anybody give a shit about this game? New Orleans Saints at the Seattle Seahawks. Everybody up in Portland's fucking freaking out right now. Duke just dissed our city. First of all, the whole city's fucking Antifa anyway. So, all right. Who's even quarterback? It's Sam Darnold, my old quarterback. Okay, I'm just fucking with you, Seattle. I like the 12th man, and it makes a difference. And I appreciate those fans. They get crazy on it. It's like the Buffalo Bills. They're super excitable. They're super loud. But, you know, I was just giving a little, I'm a New York guy, so I was giving a little prod to the West Coast, all right? Antifa, don't come to the Duke's house. The Duke's packing heat. Okay, anyway, Seattle Seahawks at home should be able to handle the New Orleans Saints with no problem. They're a 7.5-point favorite. My camera guy's getting worn out. What's our TRT, Precious?
16:30 right now.
Oh, that's not that bad. Under 20 minutes, right? I could sit here and drink this beer and smoke cigarettes for 3 minutes and still bang out the rest of those picks. We're good. Don't worry about nothing.
That timer back, dude.
I know. They want to put me on a timer. They're building some sort of apparatus for the future. I've gotten some whispering in my ear. It has something to do with like a clock that has a thing that I don't know. We'll see. The future of Duke's picks. Let's get back to the picks. Everybody wants to get to their business before the sun sets on Saturday. All right. Saturday night, we all love to party. One more cigarette. Okay. Where was I? I was at, Seattle at home. Boom. No problem. Everybody's taking that. New Orleans, Spencer Rattler, nothing's happening there. Okay. You like that 3 stages of a champion, right? That fucking shit is good. Duke knows what he's talking about. Next pick is Dallas Cowboys at the Chicago Bears. Bears, they're a little bit in the world of hurt. It's early in the season. I do believe they'll get better. But Dallas seems hungry, and I like what I saw out of Dallas. They almost took down Philly in week 1 if it wasn't for a couple of CD Lamb. Oh, I'm all from those McNuggets. 4 of them. All right, anyway, I'm taking the Dallas Cowboys on the road. They're actually favored. Because it's 1.5. Dallas is getting 1.5, so they're like a point favorite. Okay, against Chicago, I think Dallas should even be a bigger favorite. So I think they're underestimating that one. But I'm picking them. Cowboys on the road. The Bears, I'm not quite there yet. Eventually they will get it going, but it may take half a season. Who knows? Arizona Cardinals at the San Francisco Giants. As my camera operator Precious turns away in horror for the first week that I'm not taking the San Francisco 49ers. Why? Because it hasn't been totally confirmed. It sounds pretty definite that there will be no Brock Purdy as a starter, but he's very possibly listed as a number 2 or possibly a number 3 quarterback. I believe Kittle is still out, and I like what I saw from Arizona. I think they're ready to go. It's division rivals. They always play them tough. And sorry to say, Precious, the Duke and Greg are both going with the Zona Cardinals, them Redbirds, flying into Candlestick. Wait, what do we call it now? It's not Candlestick. What's it called now? Levi's. Yeah, but it used to be Candlestick. Yeah, I know. San Francisco. It's a 49ers treat. All right, maybe not this week. Sorry. I calls them like I see them. And then we got the Sunday nighter. Kansas City Chiefs, given 5.5 on their way to New York City. The New York G-Men, I see that being a get-right game for Kansas City as I clear all these little chicken nuggets. See, this is why you don't let me eat and pick, because they're all shooting out all over there. I got little things of Klingons. And I know there was some injuries that I wanted to mention too. Before I get to that Sunday night pick, was there anything big? No, I did that. Basically, I had Aaron Jones, the quarterback. Yeah, I don't need that. It's all up here. Right? This is really what I'm working on. A normal pick sheet, just like in the high school days, kids. Nothing fancy. Here we go, Kansas City Chiefs. Yes, I'm picking them over the G-Men. They're going to bury the Giants just like they did Jimmy Hoffa under the stadium. Sunday night football, baby. Okay, and then we got Monday night Here's a nice one. Okay, I almost was tempted. Detroit Lions at the Baltimore Ravens. Detroit went crazy on Chicago last week, and it clicked. Do they bring that over to the Ravens at home on a Monday night? I think the energy in Baltimore is just going to be too much. Derrick Henry, likely's coming back. The Ravens got so many weapons, and the Detroit defense hasn't. The offense looked like it clicked into gear last week, but the defense I don't know about. On the road, Sunday night, it could be a trap. It could be an upset, but I'm playing it. I'm playing it safe. I'm taking the Ravens. They're at home. They're a favorite. 4.5, I think. Just to recap the games that me and Greg split on, as I wrote them down. He's got the Rams and I got the Eagles. I know that one. I went with the Jets, and he's got the Commanders. So he split on 2 games. Raiders, Commanders, and Rams, Eagles. Indianapolis Colts with the Tennessee Titans. We're going to speed through this. I'm taking the Colts. They're on the road. They're giving 3.5. That sounds about right. And I like what I see. I like his new name. So now Daniel Jones, he's now Indiana Jones, and I'm digging on it. And they're playing good. And they should be solid down there against the Tennessee Titans. And I don't know who's going to win that division. Maybe between the Colts and the Texans. We'll see. They'll fight it out. All right, that's it. Duke's Picks, Week 3. We're in the books. By the way, if you want my locks of the week, they're on the Instagram. So there's a crown thing. It sits between the posts and the reels. It's a little icon. It's like exclusive content. You can get exclusive with the Duke. What am I doing on that? I'm giving locks of the week. So far, I'm 2-0. I hit week 1. I hit week 2. I'm going to hit week 3. And I'm going to keep going, possibly for the whole year. So these are important. Why? If you're in an eliminator pool, a survivor pool, you want to stay away from those bloodbath upsets. Those games that have a 14-point spread and all of a sudden they crash. The Duke knows about those. That's why I was the king of my football pool, for sniffing those out. That's what Lock of the Weeks do for you. They keep you away from possible crazy bait and trap type situations. Okay? Anyway, thanks again, everybody. Love you, Duke's Picks. Get your ads up. Put something good up there. Give me something to know on, baby. Bring on the dancing girls. Week 3 is in the books, baby. Good luck, everybody.